All right, hello. Happy Monday.
Yay.
The M&Ms are here. So excited to see you guys tonight. I am Mary Fulton, and this is
Maggie Lien.
Yay! And Maggie and I'm interviewing Maggie tonight as a special guest. And tonight's topic is called Embracing Something New. And so we're both going to share different things and different experiences during, after COVID, during COVID, and just what the new changes are. So, Maggie, I wanted you to share it on your page really quick. I can't share it. My iPads are all broken. Everything's crazy. But hi, Heather. What's up? Give us a heart. Oh, I forgot my hearts.
Okay, so
Here.
I share.
Yes, and then share it. And then just turn it down so nobody can hear it. Perfect. All right, guys. So we're so excited. Tonight we're going to give you just a few little stories that we hope will encourage you and maybe help you embrace the new. So real quick before I even get started, I'm super excited. I just got back from a Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi 3-day seminar, and I learned so much. I shared with our group yesterday. I was crying because I was so excited about so much information. And today was one of those days where there was many challenges in my life, like kind of those small world problems, right? But the ones that are annoying. So my iPad shut down, my watch died, and then my children lost my other iPad in North Dakota. So I was challenged with the things that provide me communication. I still have my phone and I still have my computers, which is great. But I hit this wall where everything that I learned this weekend about challenges and greeting challenges with an opportunity for growth, and to also see that when challenges come, working through your mindset and being able to shift and change with the challenges that come and hit us. How many of you can relate to challenges hitting you left and right? Little big things, right? Big challenges that affect your heart. Small challenges that, like, you run out of gas, it's just annoying, or you got a splinter in your finger and you can't get it out, or you fall down the stairs with your thumb and pull it backwards like I did. Just those little and big things. But you know what I learned in this Tony Robbins was that, a lot of times we hit these challenges and we think, oh, this is it. This is the end of the road. And it's like a catastrophe, instead of stopping and saying, hey, you know what? Maybe there's a plan behind this. So my iPads don't work. I had to send one back. But the great thing is I am going to get a brand new phone brand new iPad and watch. And I'll be able to use those. The bad news is I had to kind of make some quick decisions and cancel an event and move it. But I was just telling Maggie, I was like, well, you know what? Maybe God provided that for a reason. Maybe we're not supposed to be there that night. And we're supposed to be there in September for a sunrise energize. And that's the way that we need to take and embrace the new, because changes are always happening around us. And we've experienced that through the pandemic, right? And all of you could sit and tell us probably story after story of things that you endured alone, maybe sometimes, or within your family or within your home. Maybe you went through some health crisis, mental crisis, different things that you went through and experienced. And so Maggie came over because one of her little tubes had a mishap. And so she's been trying to come over and get it exchanged. And so I was like, so weird. Why did this tube not work? And why did it break on you? It's so weird. I've been pulling on these things like crazy. She's like, I don't know. And I'm like, it's not like she's some big giant man and she like yanked on the tube. So I was a little disappointed that my tube had messed up on her. And then right now, as we sat down at the table and we said a little prayer before we began the live, I said, maybe you were supposed to break the tube so we would do this together.
Right. And I wish I would have known, because I would have put some makeup on. This is like, I have to wear a hat.
It's okay, Maggie.
So it was impromptu, just so you all know.
Yes. So how did this happen? You came to pick up your tube, and what happened outside, Maggie, with us?
We started talking. We started talking about, challenges, talking about things in our life that happen. And she was sharing with me, because I was telling her how I was so happy for her to go on a trip, because she hasn't taken a trip. And she's always so upbeat. And, we do miss her. I miss her. But, I know I can always see her because I just turn her on. And so we started talking about it. And I told her, I really have to tell you that this pandemic, I was happy it happened, because I then realized so many things that I was missing. So while I'm a person that doesn't need motivation. I'm a very motivated person, especially when it comes to exercise, and I love challenges. So I just started running until I found Mary. And then, I mean, I've known Mary from the gym, but when I found her and she was more consistent than the other people I was looking at, I thought, well, I could do this. So before you knew it, I created my gym at home. And so I told her it's very hard for me now to go to the gym because it's kind of like an inconvenience. So I was sharing with her how in Oceanside last year, like in May, because every year in May during our anniversary, I will go. And no, Mother's Day. And I said, I just popped you up in my little iPad, and I told my husband, I'm just going to work out here because I couldn't go to the gym where I was staying. Right. So I was just sharing with her, I appreciated the fact that, I cook now because we do that planning. That she taught her the food
planning that you did with me.
Yeah, and so I told her, so I'm able to food plan. I'm able to have, breakfast sometimes with my husband, lunch or dinner. I said, so, I'm able to, thank God, prepare food also for my daughter and the baby and my son-in-law. So, I just really appreciate it. And I'm thankful. I know a lot of people probably said it's not a good thing, that pandemic, but for me, it just brought me to realize what's important in life. And so nothing else mattered. So it didn't matter. I'm grateful I have a job, but I was grateful to have my sanity. And that sanity was because of Mary.
Oh,
part of it was Mary, because I was sharing with her, I start my day early, so I meditate. God is always in my life. And I've just embraced the fact that, between God, Mary, family, I'm okay. I can do it all.
You can do it. Well, I love this because you said, the pandemic, it sounds kind of harsh to say, well, the pandemic's a great thing, right? Because a lot of us have endured so many different things, including Maggie, right? But what Maggie is saying in that statement is that she chose to see the silver lining in a dark time. She chose to find the gratitude and appreciation in the hard times, right? And so it's kind of like, right now, like let's take like the mask, for example. Tony Robbins had made a mention, before it was like, we just expected a lot of things when the market and everything was good, economy was great, right? And then now it's like, if you get to take off your mask, you're just like so excited. You know what I mean? Like if you get to take off your mask for a little bit, like, yeah, So it's the little things that we took for granted that we could be without a mask, right? Outside, or just the different things that we have probably learned along the way, right? And when we were outside, we were talking about, sometimes for me, I'll go back to the moment of March 16th, which is March 16th, 2020. And I want to go right back to it, right? So when it was like, okay, we're going back to the gym, like I thought in my mind, I'm going right back to March 17th to finish off the next day, right? But it wasn't quite like that, because I think all of us felt like that. Like I thought in July when the gym reopened, and I'm using the gym as an example because that's where I work, right? And for you, it might be something else. But I thought, okay, it's all just going to be kind of like, we can go back the same. We can make it the same. You're trying to put like what is that called? A square peg in a round hole, right? Like you think it's going to still fit. But what I started to realize, because I kept wanting to like go back to that place or to the group of people that we were together, but everybody has changed. Everybody has moved on in different ways. And it's not that there's no love there or different things, but it's like people got different jobs. People started thinking different, shifting. Some people want to stay at home more. They've realized more time with being able to work out from home or whatever it is. Maybe they've realized that in their own job. They rather do a virtual job so they can take care of their family. Did you know that it's called the Great Resignation? Have you heard of that? Have you heard of what that is? Mm. Yeah, it's called the Great Resignation right now. People are resigning from their jobs because of the pandemic. They've realized that there's more to life than working all day long. Yes. And that maybe they can find a different way. And embracing something new in our title means to embrace the change and the new. And Maggie now is busy as a grandma and also a caretaker of her family and her husband. But while she was working full time and trying to go to the gym and do all these different things, she couldn't get to everybody. And so you were able to
Yeah, I just felt like I wasn't able to appreciate my family or give them what I think they needed. I was always gone, gone, gone. And I feel since the pandemic, as Mary has said, it's changing to say that I'm embracing a positive change in it. So I'm renewing what I did, but in a positive light. So the pandemic for me turned out to be positive. I know, it affected my family like it probably affected a lot of people. We all lost loved ones.
Yeah.
But you can either, like she said, go into that dark hole or come out and say, you know what, we're going to rechange, we're going to refocus and think of things that once were negative to a positive. I always try to think of what is the positive in everything that I do and not really focus on the bad. That's why they said don't hang around bad, negative people, because they can bring you down. Hang around with upbeat, lively, happy people. And I've learned that. And even at work now, I walk by myself actually because I think it helps my mind, think of my work, what I got to do, what am I going to do today? What do I have to do? And so I've embraced a new way of changing for me. All those things that were at one time important are not that important anymore. To be more sensitive to people, to be more mindful of people, of their feelings, of their emotions, of what they're going through, because we all have different journeys that we're taking during this time. And some people, it affects them more. And so I've learned to just say, how can I help this employee today? Or what can I do for this person? So what is a positive light in everything that I do to help people?
I love that.
And love, and love what, because it's so hard for so many people. I'm just blessed. I'm blessed beyond belief. To be honest with you, I have a great job, and my new grandbaby, I just love her to death. She's like a Gerber baby. I call her my Gerber baby.
And you can love on that Gerber baby and your beautiful daughter, Ashley, which we love you, Ashley. I miss you so much, Ashley. And, I was thinking back to, too, because we were talking, we were like, I miss some of our friends. Yes. But we've gotten new friends, and so, and it's not that you aren't still friends with some of those people from those from the past or whatever you had before. Hold on one second. Hey. I love how my son just comes in whistling.
He's so happy.
He just went fishing, so he's embracing the new too. But what I wanted to say is, if you really think about life, all of our different friendships are always evolving and changing, right? So your friends, you might keep some of those grade school, junior high, high school, college friends, maybe one or two somewhere in there. But usually they're shifting. You change jobs, you change relationships, you change churches, you change communities, you move, your kids grow up. You have friendships that, it's like a train. Like, people come on your train, some stay for a long time, and some are just visitors. And they all, passing through, but they touch your life. And like, I didn't know that Maggie and I would be like bonding more or hanging out during this time. Honestly, at the gym, we didn't get to bond much because she'd show up and I'd be like, you rock it, girl, blah, blah, rah, 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 bye. That was it.
Right.
Really, I've gotten to know a lot of people on a more deeper level because, this brand isn't just about come in and work out and leave, but it's about transforming our mind, body, and soul. So we've connected in a way more than just in a passerby with maybe 50 or 60 people that I would high five every day. And I still miss those high fives, but there's always new things coming. And so embracing that new change that we have now. And this won't always be the same either. Right. This is going to change into something else. And so I think it's learning. And this is something that I learned in Tony Robbins by this girl named, or this lady named Lisa Nichols. By the way, go look up Lisa Nichols. She is amazing. She made me cry. She made me think back to some old stories of my life. And one thing, she told this story. It was amazing. But it was, quitters never win and winners never quit. I'm going to say it again. Quitters never win and winners never quit. So think about that as we are riding this giant tsunami that we've gone through. And think about our ancestors who have gone through Hitler and world wars and just crazy stuff, right? That we're probably too prissy to go through some of the things. we're finally going through some really tough times. Like, I told the story about my grandpa and grandma. They came from Russia. They ran away from the Great Purge. 750,000 people were killed. It was terrible.
I watched a story on it,
Yes, like scary stuff. And my mom tells me, she's like, oh, you don't understand. It's like, your grandma and grandpa, like, they were on boats and they were walking in freezing waters, and they were like the treacherous things that they did to escape for freedom, for life, for peace. And they went to Argentina for that. And so quitters never win, winners never quit. They didn't quit. They didn't just say, okay, we're just going to stay here and just let it happen to us. They decided we get to decide what we're going to do with our lives and which way we're going to go. And they fled. And so quitters never win, winners never quit. So right now, the challenge for me to you, to all of you that are on here live, or if you're watching this in the middle of the night or in the morning and you're feeling stuck, you know, you heard Maggie's story and it resonated with you, you feel the same, or you want to make some changes, or you're feeling stuck, like you want to go back to everything that it once was. And I want to remind you that everything is always changing. I was looking at my hands the other day, noticing that they're getting older. It's not a bad thing, but they're changing. I'm like, oh, my skin didn't look like that before. Oh gosh, I got more spots, or, you know, I start to see these things. I'm like, but that's okay, because that means I'm living, I'm alive. My tissue's growing older every day, and every day I'm going to learn and grow more, and praise God, I'm still here at 41 and some months.
You're wiser.
I'm wiser, yes, with some grayer hairs and stuff, and some more fine lines that help me be wise.
And age is just a number, really, because, yes, we never stop learning. No. I mean, even at my age, I feel that I'm still learning a lot of things.
Yeah,
you know,
right?
To be patient, to be more caring, more loving. I mean, things that probably we never realized. And now, you know, you realize a lot of things that pandemic just really stopped.
Yeah.
And really made you think about life, what was valuable. Mm-hmm. You know, material things don't really matter. None of that really matters. What matters is if you're happy and what you can do.
Yeah, and how you can serve others and those closest to you, and you've kind of realized your small circle, who's in that small circle. I feel like everybody can relate to that. Like, it's not that other people don't love you, it's just that we just kind of cling to that small circle, and that's where you're kind of living right now and making it through. And so I wanted to say, grow something new. So when there's a big fire, they say that those big fires that destroy things, which feels, you know, it's like so crazy in the forest, but then new comes from it. New, green, new things are coming, and new things are coming. So in the times that feel the darkest, this is actually the moment to grow and come out of it stronger and not live in the past and stay there. So my challenge for you today is to grow something new and to think about the re. What's a re? R-E, right? Re. I want you to think about the re. The redesign, the recommit, the reassess. You want to share some?
The re-energize, the re-dedicate, the reset.
Yes.
And reorganize.
There's so many. Recreate. You have an opportunity to recreate yourself if you want to. When I lost my job, 2010, I started recreating myself without realizing it. You have the opportunity in any time, but right now, actually more than any time, it is the time of the Great Resignation. People are leaving their jobs. They are trying new things. They are starting to just jump in and say, you know what? I don't want to sit in front of a computer all day. I want to do this, or I want to travel, or you know what? There's these TikTok kids. Can I tell you a story about them? They're like, we're going to hit 1 million. They sold their house. They're going to travel with their kids in an RV because they said they want to experience life. And I love them. They're like 25. Give them a follow. I forgot their names. I'll find them for you. But they're really cute. Cute couple, 2 kids. But I loved it because they're like, we don't need all this stuff. we want to go experience life. So they bought an RV and they're going to go travel everywhere and they're making money off of TikTok. Good for them. Some people might be like, well, that's not a real job. But guess what? It's actually making money right now. So if for some of those people, they can make it by being a TikToker because you're really an entertainer, or they can make it by growing their Instagram or their social media in such a way that it allows them to live their passion, to make others happy and joyful, and to give and serve in different ways and allow their families to have different opportunities. I mean, why are we bagging on those people? We're only bagging on them because we wish we could get in an RV and travel the world too. So, maybe learning from somebody who's saying less is more and take an adventure, and that life is an experience. So today, my challenge for you is, how are you going to recreate or recommit or reassess or reset? What do you got to do? Put it in the chat box. Let us know. We want to help and serve you. And Maggie is just one of the beautiful people in our MFF community. And this community is full of love, encouragement. Right, Maggie? You tell them. I'll be quiet.
We're here to encourage, to empower, to embrace, to help, to support, and never judge.
Yeah, not judge.
Always love.
Yeah. Love thy neighbor.
Yes.
Love thy neighbor. Oh my gosh, this verse today. Oh darn it, I don't have it. Do you have the Bible app on your phone?
I do, but let's see.
If you open up the Bible app, it's the best verse today.
Okay.
It's the regular Bible app. No. It's because of all my iPads and everything not working. Just put Bible. Let's see if you have the same one that I do. It's the New American? It's just a brown one. Just click it. Let's see what it does. It was such a good verse. It was Galatians 5. But I don't have it's this one. And then it'll give you the verse of the day. But here, do you mind if we get it? I'm just downloading apps on her phone. It's okay. You okay with it? I want to read this verse to you because it's really beautiful. And I felt like it was, sorry, I'm making you download it. You'll enjoy the Bible app. It's got a verse of the day for every day if you need one. But, guys, I just remember that no matter where we are, that hold on to faith instead of fear. Can I tell you a story really quick? I know I talk a lot, but hopefully it helps you.
I was going to share a story too.
You share one too?
Go.
Okay, this one will be fast. I was laying in my bed and I was thinking about what Tony Robbins shared the other day. And he had said something about fear and about faith. And he said some incident on an airplane. I don't know what happened about mask or no mask. I'm not sure what happened. But he made mention that people are in a lot of fear. And I was like, yes, they are. Fear for a lot of different things on different parts of it. And this came to me. Tell me what you think. But I was like, oh my gosh, this so makes sense. So some people are in fear of getting sick and dying, okay? And they're very much fighting for this. And then the other side is in fear of losing freedom. And they're in fear too. And so they're both fighting. Does that make sense? But I think both can relate to each other. It's just that this side is like, I don't want to die and get sick, so please follow the rules. And they're like, we need freedom. We need freedom. Everybody's fighting because everybody is fearful. And I was like, oh my gosh, that just hit me. And I just felt like it was an epiphany for me where I was like, oh, that makes sense. Both sides are in fear. And if we would stop and have a little bit of faith.
Is that it?
So, yeah, let me move down to here. So it was the verse of the day. Did you click verse of the day? No, you didn't. Here, hold on. Go here. Read. Yeah, there it is. Verse of the day. I think it's is it Galatians 5? Okay. So let me read this verse because it totally made sense to me. I was like, everybody's fighting. We don't need to fight. We need to love each other. We need to stop and humble ourselves. Whatever side everybody's on, or they're in the middle and they're like, I don't want to get hit by either side. But it says here, you, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love. And then listen to this part, because this hit me so hard this morning. It says, for the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command, which is love your neighbor as yourself. And that is the greatest gift that we can give anybody. Because when you love your neighbor as yourself, you forgive them, you give them grace, you serve them, because that's how you would treat yourself. You would be like, I know I made a mistake, but can somebody please understand why I made that mistake? If only we could do that for each other. And then here it says, so love your neighbor as yourself. And then here, listen. If you bite and devour each other, watch out, or you will be destroyed by each other. I'm going to read it one more time. If you bite and devour each other, watch out, or you will be destroyed by each other. And I was like, that's what's happening. That's what's happening on our media. That's what's happening on the street. People yelling at each other, why are you wearing a mask? Or put on a mask, or whatever. But people are devouring each other. So it just says, so I say, walk by the Spirit and you will not, and it continues, but that's kind of the part I wanted to stay with. Love your neighbor. And I love that. But if you bite and devour, you will destroy each other. We don't want to destroy each other in the end. We want to be united in love across the world so we can help each other get through this. And so if we can sit back and listen to each other and humble ourselves and listen to the other person and how they feel about it and just acknowledge each other.
Right? Exactly.
You know, instead of getting self-righteous, getting on our high horse, well, this is what and then this is over here. It's going to be like swords and spears. So that's what we don't want to do. So we hope that our little talk helped you guys today. What was your story? Go ahead.
Oh, it's too long, but
go for it. They're fine.
Just know this, that I was in a very, very dark spot. But knowing that, you know how it says about you're not a quitter. Well, one thing about me is that I am not a quitter. So even though I was being brought down, like probably I had never been at that level where I was so afraid of my job and of getting sick every day when I would go to my job, to the point where even my daughter noticed, like she was like, Mom, I've never ever seen you this way. Quit your job, go to another job, go back to the other job. She says, you are a rock. But all the rocks, they kind of crumble sometimes, and it's okay. And I knew that the minute I put my faith in it, and thank God I had an angel friend that came to me, and we started reading the Bible and just acknowledging that. And I think once I put on my armor, after that, it was over. It didn't matter. I told myself, no matter what happens, I'm not, because people would tell me, come back to your old job, and I was like, no, they can stomp on me, they can do whatever, but I'm not a quitter. I'm a fighter. And I came back, God took me to another job when you let him take control, he is in control. The problem is we're humans and we want to be in control. And the day that I said, Lord, I don't know what else you want me to do. It's in your hands. I just kneeled. I just cried, and I was over. And I'm telling you, in a week, I had a job offer.
Wow.
For my old job. That's where I am now, making more money than I was then. So never take a job for the money, because that was the first mistake I did, was going to another job for the money. But this job, I didn't go for the money. I just wanted to get out. And he actually put me in a place where I just, every day, I'm just grateful and thankful and blessed. So I think if we just let go and let him take control, he's in control. And you remove the fear. I mean, if you believe in him, you're not supposed to have fear. So. Well,
and faith comes we all have faith in things, whether you feel that you believe in a God or you don't, you still have faith in things. You guys all drive on the cars, right? Every day. So we all get in the car and we have faith that the cars on the other side aren't going to crash into us. But did you know that every day 1,200 people pass away in car accidents in every country every day? It's what happens, but we still take faith and we still step into that because we're not going to hide. Right? We're not going to hide and not go in a car or not go swimming because that could happen, or not going. I went on a boat all weekend and I thought, my kids could get hurt. I could get hurt on this boat, but we don't want to live like that. We want to live in freedom, in freedom from
and
fear.
Only the bad is always in putting fear in you. And I think if you just embrace the good, you know?
Amen.
And move forward. We're going to be okay.
Yeah, we're going to make it. We're going to be okay. And we are okay. And we're growing and learning and resetting, recommitting, rededicating. So we hope that you guys enjoyed this with us. And just know that with the MFF community, we are here to support you. And you should. If you've been wondering and you're like, oh, you know, Mary's got a channel, I think. I don't know how to get there. I don't have time. I can't go live with her. I didn't even know she had a channel. Well, I do have a channel, and you can join us for 14 days for free. Start today. If not today, then when? If not MFF, then what? It's got to be something. You're going to make a decision somewhere. If you're trying to get healthier mind, body, and soul, if you came here for something, maybe you came for the mindset. Maybe you want to work your body. I don't know what you need, but I want to be here to serve you. Let me know how I can better serve you. And check out my channel, maryfultonfit.vhx.tv. It's there for you. Also, just follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. And we are having a brand new challenge come out. Yeah. What's our next challenge? Do you remember?
The booty balls
the
or whatever.
fireball.
The fireballs. Here I'm going. I'm going booty
it's
balls.
It's the fireball. Booty balls. We've got the booty core challenge coming in September. And if you buy one, you can buy one ball, or you can do two and get a friend to come in for only $7 more. And you get two balls. Two balls are better than one ball. And you'll get to do it with a friend. So check it out on my shop, you guys. Thanks so much. And we love you. Stronger together. Mind, body, and soul. We'll see you soon. Bye. Thanks, Maggie. Oh, wait. Oh, it says, Marlene, thank you for your testimony. Yes, the enemy is always attacking us. Hold on. See more. Attacking us. He loves to hold us in fear. But with God, who can be against us? Amen. Yeah, girl. Thank you, Marlene, for speaking out in our video and talking with us. We appreciate it. And we thank you so much for being a part of the community. And let's stay stronger together. Love you so much. Bye.
Bye.